Hey, we're Team New, and this is our Project Sentiment Analyzer. I'm Andrew.
I'm Elias.
And I'm Ben. What our sentiment analyzer does is that it takes a chunk of text and outputs a sentiment score and determines what language it is. Our main target users are data scientists, hobbyists, and people learning a new language or in a foreign country. For data scientists, this data can be useful as our site keeps track of a user's entire history of inputs. The set of text, sentiment score, and language can then be downloaded as a CSV file and used for their own personal usages. For people struggling with a new language, this can help provide insight into text that may be lost without fully knowing the intricacies of the new language.
And now we're going to begin a walkthrough of account creation and sign. Now we're in the app.
So here we find a blank box. You can enter whatever text you'd like here. For this first piece, we're going to enter something with a negative sentiment, so we expect it to find a negative sentiment. It's also in English, so we should expect it to be English. And here you see the results. It is as we expect. We can update both the sentiment and the language. We can update the sentiment to neutral, and then hit the update button. And then we can update the language to German and then hit the update button as well. And you can see both were updated, and they will also get logged as well in the database, and we can delete this. And then we will also use a positive example. So this should also be English, and we should expect a positive sentiment. So we're going to analyze this, and as you can see, both are what we expect. I'm not going to update this because we want to see it in the database. So we're going to analyze one more time, and we're going to change the language this time. So we're going to use the same exact piece of text as last time, but just in French, right? And then we're going to analyze this, and as you can see, the sentiment's still positive, but the language is now French. So this is as we expect. Now we're going to go to the log, and we can see these are the two pieces.
And this is our output page, and you can search for any previous inputs you have of the text. And you can also download all your past inputs as a CSV file.
So some of the aspects of the application that we found most interesting probably include implementing a lot of the AWS tools. So we use two tools in specifically for this project. The first is DynamoDB, which handles database stuff for us, and it's cloud-based, so it's very nice. And it's kind of like MongoDB, where it's SQL-less. The other side of the AWS tools that we dealt with was AWS Comprehend. And this really was the powerhouse behind our entire project. So Comprehend offers certain natural language processing models for us to use. And it also offers some outputs, like it can identify the language, it can identify the sentiment, and there are a few other things, but we found these were the most useful. So, and yeah, it was just pretty interesting overall to deal with these two tools.
Initially, we found Dynamo to be a bit of a challenge at first, just because it was unfamiliar in the context of the course, but it ended up being pretty similar to Mongo in the way it works. If we were to continue to work on this application, we would clean up a lot of the UI, make it easier to use.
Also, we'd probably add more features. Specifically, in the future, I might want to add something where you could possibly register like a Twitter account with this, and whenever a tweet is made, so maybe by like a news broadcaster, the tweet will get analyzed and then logged into the database, and then you could actually check the log later on and download the CSV and do some data science on it. So that could be a cool feature to add in the future. But overall, I'm satisfied with the project as is. I think it's well within the scope. And yeah, that's pretty much it.
Thank you and have a happy holiday.